your testimony. We'll do 5-minute rounds. Mr. Bier, is it accurate that Barack Obama deported 3 million people when he was president?
Those are total removals, not people deported from the interior.
What does that mean?
Well, there are people deported from the borders who never lived in the United States.
Were there people deported inside the United States?
Well, I mean, I think it's a little bit unfair to compare people deported at the border versus people in the interior. I think Jessica would agree with this.
Listen. You don't want to answer a question, that's fine, but don't tell me what's fair and unfair. Bottom line, did he use judicial warrants to deport anybody? When he deported somebody interior, did he have a judicial warrant?
No.
No. Why? Because it's stupid. Mr. Wolf, tell me what would happen if we adopted his approach. You can't deport anybody unless you have a judicial warrant. Would that be effectively the end of deportation?
I think it would. I mean, if you just look at
Don't you think that's what they want to do?
In part, absolutely.
Yeah, I think these people over here want to stop deportation.
So if you just look at the 1.5 or 1.6 million individuals here with a final order of removal, right? They've been through the judicial process. They've been to an immigration judge, probably an immigration board of appeals. And every time the judge says you don't have a legal right to be here, if you had to get a judicial warrant for each one of those, you'd be here for the next 20 years trying to remove those 1.6.
But when a Democrat says you need a judicial warrant to deport somebody, they're turning. Obama didn't do it, did he?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No, he didn't, because it's impossible. You just stop the whole system. You're not trying to reform ICE. You're trying to stop deportations. If it were up to you, we'd have more illegal immigrants. I hope people are paying attention to what the hell's going on in this country. Sheriff, tell me about what it's like to live next to a sanctuary county.
Well, we're the only ones that actually work with ICE and are able to get people out based on our 287G. We turn them over to ICE. We arrest them for criminal violations outside of their immigration status. They come and they pick them up and they're gone. And I'll tell you, it's made a big difference.
Well, those laws that you're enforcing, were they on the books before Trump became president?
Yes.
So all these laws were there before Trump became president, and Obama used them. Now, when we use them, all of a sudden we're Nazis. I think people see through this. Do you believe sanctuary city policy is bad for crime, Mr. Chapman?
I do. I think the ability. If you look at us and compare it to our next door neighbor, there I think maybe have notified ICE maybe about 7 times. Last year, where it was 184 times for us. Those are people that could have been released back to our community that could have committed other crimes, and we don't need that here. That's it's irresponsible of me to allow that to happen and let these people back in our community.
Ms. Vaughn, how would you, what's your takeaway about sanctuary city policy? What damage has it done to our country, if any?
Well, there's the cost of the lives lost to illegal aliens who were released by sanctuaries. That's priceless. There's the fiscal.
This case behind me, Jelani, is that his name? He should have been deported. Do you agree, Ms. Vaughn?
Absolutely, yes.
You know, you're talking about suing somebody who's been abused by the government. Why don't we sue local prosecutors who put this in motion? I'd love to do that. So I'm going to try to find a way to give victims a chance to go to court when a local prosecutor puts back on the streets somebody with 30 priors. Do you support that idea, empowering people?
I do. I think that would be an effective deterrent to sanctuary policies because they're adopted.
Make these counties and cities pay.
Right. They're adopted for political reasons, not public safety reasons.
Yeah, what's the upside of ignoring federal law and keeping people like this out of federal custody? It's a political choice. So let me ask you this question. There was a clerk of court, Mr. Wolf, in Kentucky that did not want to issue a marriage license to a gay couple in spite of the fact the Supreme Court said that gay marriage was legal. And she went to jail. Do you think that's a good outcome? Should she have gone to jail for refusing to obey the law?
I think it's important to obey the law.
Yeah, I do too. And when I suggested that the clerk of court, who had a religious view, that she could not in good conscience issue a marriage license to a gay couple, even though the law required, she needed to get out of her job. Boy, what a great guy I was then. Now the shoe's on the other foot. all of a sudden, that's not a good idea. What you want to do is just ignore the laws you don't like. Is that where we're headed, Mr. Wolf?
I believe it is.
Well, let's stop it now. Let's end this madness. There is no upside to sanctuary cities. It's all downside. Senator Merkley.